Let's go for another walk. So we're at the Chautauqua Festival again. I'm actually in the middle of the property. There's a great big creek that runs through here. And you know, if these people were camping out all week, they needed water. This is a really steep bank right here, so like there's not real good access. So I'm gonna try to find a place that may have better access to the waterway. And then also on the other side of the creek, if you can see it behind me there, you may be able to. There's a lot of big boulders and stuff that looks like they're squared off. They may be from a barn or something that had been dumped at one time, but there may have been a structure down there. There's so much land here that, you know, this upper field has been metal detected quite a bit since the last time I've been here. So, you know, it's seasonally flipped over for farming purposes. So I don't know if it's advantageous to head back up there or not to metal detect. We may try out down here in the woods around the waterway, and then there's another field over here that, you know, not sure. I've never been in it before. But I might try it out just to see what happens. The last time we were here, there was a lot of beautiful leaves on. And I think the only trees that have leaves on them now is this beech tree. That's what that tree is there. They'll hang on to them throughout the winter and then lose them, kind of like a pin oak in the spring. So, all right, let's get to it. Real quick on setup. The light's on 2, frequency 0, salt track 0, program relic, SAT 4, iron grunt 0, VCO on. Audio modulation is off so the deep targets sound just like the not so deep targets. Reject volume 30 so I can hear the iron stuff. And tone 8. And disc, you can see that I got it turned down to -20, accepting them. And that's pretty much it. Let's get going. Here is the very first target of the day. And hopefully somebody was down here asking them to marry them and they dropped the ring, because it's a low VDI. There it is at 5.5 inches. And you can see what I mean by the low VDI. .22 bullet. So that's all we have is a regular old modern .22 bullet. There we are at 7.5 inches. Looks like it's right there, and it's a low VDI now. Actually, .22 casing. That's all it is. You all notice the difference between when it's dark and then I flip it and then it turns into this lighter view. I have to do that so you can actually see my screen. So, on to the next. Well, there's sometimes when I'm making these videos that I'd like to just start all over again. But I'm not going to, because I try to portray this as it is. I started in the woods and I've been here for about an hour. All I'm finding is .22 shells, .22 bullets, shotgun shells, and a bunch of other stuff. Big pieces of iron. Somebody had some chicken fence running down through here at one point in time, and it's fell apart and corroded over time, and there's a billion pieces of it. All I hear is from VDI 10 down to -50 in iron signals continuously. Each swing there's probably 4 or 5 targets and it's all iron. So I'm gonna abandon the woods. We're gonna go in the field for a little bit on the side that we've been on before. Even though it's been hunted a lot, it's a lot of area. But once we hunt there for just a little bit, we're gonna go to the other field. It may just go silent and I may not find anything today, but I'm hoping I find at least something. This place is majorly muddy. Well, we're out in the cornfield now. This is kind of where we were last week, and if you look closely there's standing water in about every low spot that's out here. So this isn't going to be the most pleasurable experience metal detecting, so hopefully we find something that makes it worth it. We'll see. 5 inches, low VDI, probably a shotgun shell, but we'll see. Have to get in between these real tight corn rows, because every time in the video yesterday I mentioned a double wheel track. Those double wheel tracks are just heavy traffic in there. So I'm trying to think outside of the box and go to the parts that aren't so much fun to metal detect to see if there's some targets left. Sounds like there's something right there. Sounds like it's in there, whatever it is. It looks like there's something there. Huh, that's kind of cool. A buckle. Let me clean that off and we'll take a look at that. Here's what we have. You can see there's a little bit of plating on this. Seems to be brass. But that's a pretty cool little find. You can see it was broke there, obviously maybe why it was lost. So Let's move on to the next. There we go at 4 inches. It's a pretty good sign. Might be something good. It's somewhere in this mess. Right about there. I think I see an edge of something. Let's take a look at it together. Trying to keep my hand from getting too muddy. I think I see it right there, whatever it is. It's our dirt clod. See it there? Could be a zipper off a jacket. Somebody out here farming. Could be anything. It's looking interesting. It's not a coin. What is that? Oh, it might even have some writing on it. Hope it's not a farm implement writing. Let me clean that off. We'll take a look at it together. Here's what we have. This is the back of it. Looks like something H Noble, maybe Chicago. This is about 1/2 inch by 3/4 of an inch. And then we flip it over, and it's got that. First National Bank of Cleveland. It must have been just like a thing, a pin that you stuck on your shirt, or maybe hat or something. Not sure. First National Bank of Cleveland badge of some sort. Very cool. All right, let's find something else. I barely got any pinpoint, and it's right there at like 10 inches. It's a 2-way signal. They're a little better right there. Reading up in the 80s. Check the hole, see if there's anything. That's 75, 78. I don't know. Let's see, it's on further down there. It did say 10 inches, it was still on 10 inches. It's changed now to a 10. I don't know, it sounds like it's over here somewhere. It sounds like it's like right on the edge. Ooh, look at that. Not in view, but here we go. It's right there. See it? What is that? It was reading real low. Huh. It's a different size. That might be a nickel. So this is what we have. You can see right in the middle there, the right-hand side, it's more predominant than the other, the V. So it is a V nickel. It's got a lot of corrosion on it. We'll flip it over, take a look at it on this side. The one thing that does stick out is the date. It's 1910. And you can see all the stars tracking along the outside there, so it's a positive ID of a V nickel from 1910. It's a pretty cool find. I don't find a lot of those. Next target's at 4 inches. 2024. It's usually the sign of a shotgun shell. It's in this one right here. I think I can see it. I'll just grab a little bit of it. See it on the top there? That may be a shotgun shell. Nothing to get too excited about. That is what it is. Little shotgun shell. All right. There's the primer. All right, on to the next. I guess since I'm somewhat limited on time today, I'm gonna forego going to that field I've never been to. I moved out of the field where I usually come to. I usually stay within about a, I don't know, 100-foot radius of every time I come here, other than when I go in the woods. But there used to be an old road down here that's no longer here. And you know, if people were visiting this place, they would have come in and out, maybe stayed closer to the road, just because they park all their wagons and things like that. But I'm just gonna try it down here. I got a signal right there close to the stand. We'll see what that is. It's another low VDI. So it just might be another shotgun shell. 3.5 inches deep, 20, 22, sand nickel, otherwise known as shotgun shell. I can see something there. Let's go look at it together. It's glued to the side of the hole. It looks like it's silver, or it could be stainless. I'm not sure. See it? What is that? Pop can? Soda tab? Oh my goodness. It's a soda tab. I call it a pop tab. I'm from Kentucky, but either way. Oh, I broke it. Not like it's a classic one. All right, on to the next. It's like 5 inches. Got a target right here. It's in this mud pie here. Here it is. It's a little, looks like buckshot ball. We found one of these last time we were out here, and there should be a flat spot somewhere on it. That's the factory flat spot. That's the flat spot where it came into impact with something, but you can kind of tell right there it's flat on that right hand side. Buckshot, probably double out buck. All right, on to the next. There's a target at 6.5 inches. See if it's in the hole. Doesn't seem to be. It's reading about a 20 now. It's in here somewhere. Somewhere right close to that. Doesn't seem like it was all that deep. Huh. Guess it's in this little piece of mud. It's got some green to it. It doesn't really look to be identifiable. It's just a little piece of metal. Flat, hit pretty good. There it is, whatever that may be. I'm usually out in these fields for hours, and I try not to eat lunch. But when corn stalks start breaking down, these little things come out of the middles, and they remind me of crinkle fries. Man, they make me so hungry, even though this is not a crinkle fry, but it would be nice if it was. Even if I just found it out here, I'd probably eat it with how hungry I am right now. Came up to an area that I haven't been before, and I know this is a previously dug hole right there, but there's a pretty good sound in there. It's only 2.5 inches, so hopefully a coin that wasn't found. Still in the plug, it's reading 67. And it's a piece of trash. We'll take it home. This is our last hole of the day. I pushed it too far, it's kind of late. It's got a 40 on this one. It's over here in this dirt pile I threw right there. Kind of all over the place. I see something there. Hopefully that's not it. No. It's in here, whatever it is. It's green. I don't know what that means though. And it is round. Hallelujah. Let's see what it is. Oh, not dropped it. This feels thin. It's probably an Indian. Let me clean that off. And here is what we have. It's an Indian head, if you could tell that. It says 1881 or 1901. I think that's 1891 actually. 1891. All right, Indian head. You can't read the back though. It is way corroded. So there we go. That's the last one of the day. Well, it's 2 days later. I'm re-recording my ending to this because I was really tired, very muddy, and kind of wore out when I recorded my last one, which didn't turn out all that well. It was a really exciting hunt. You know, I found that little badge. I love it when stuff has text on it. You get to scratch it, you know, clean it off and see what it says. Ended up being to a bank. You know, I don't find V-nickels very often, so that was a lot of fun. Indian head and all that. So all the coins that I'm finding out there right in the range of when that festival was going on. We're going into time of the year when we got holidays going on and a lot of events and things. So my weekends are going to somewhat get tied up, but I'll do my best. So most likely early January I'll try to pick back up again, depending on if the ground's super frozen or not, if I can get in it or not. You know, it's all going to, you know, determine if I make videos or not. I do want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and if you're traveling, please keep safe. So until next time, take care.